This is QTV News coming to you live from our studios on Caraba Avenue, and I am Jenna Basonko. Thanks for joining us, and here are the main news headlines. After receiving the 2022 African Lawmaker of the Year Award in Governance in London, the Deputy Speaker of the Gambia's National Assembly, Sidi SK Njai, met President Adama Barrow at the State House in Banjul on Tuesday. The Gambia's Vice President Mohamed B.S. Jallow held talks with Mohamed Harit Al-Tarauni, the international legal advisor to the Qatar charity, on Tuesday at the State House. SAFRA, a sub-regional organization which consists of members of the provincial towns in the ECOWAS region, recently held a forum in URR to discuss ways to foster regional integration. And in international news, South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa stated in court papers on Tuesday that any attempt to arrest Russian President Vladimir Putin during his visit next month would amount to a declaration of war with Russia. And in sports news, football scouts from Italy and Turkey are in Gambia for a 5-day mission to assess talented Gambian footballers. Now, those were the main headlines, and now doing this in detail. Do stay. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV News, and I am Jenna Basonko. Now, President Adama Barrow received the Deputy Speaker of the Gambia's National Assembly, Sidi SK Njai, at his office on Tuesday on his return from London, where he received the 2022 African Lawmaker of the Year Award in Governance. Aliu Cisse has the rest of that.
African Leadership magazine presented the award to Honorable Njai at its 8th Africa Summit in London. Deputy Speaker Sidi SK Njai is currently among the youngest National Assembly members in the world. He dedicated the award to President Barrow, saying without his trust and confidence to serve in Parliament, it will not be possible to back such an award.
It couldn't have been possible without the trust and confidence His Excellency accorded me, because I'm being recognized globally as a result of his nominating me to Parliament and also as Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly. So it's prudent to come here on behalf of the National Assembly, the Speaker, Honorable Fabaka Tombong Jatta, both the majority and minority side and the majority leader as well as my family, to present it to His Excellency and to renew my commitment and loyalty to serving His Excellency and serving the country.
The award recognizes Deputy Speaker Sidi SK Njai's remarkable leadership and outstanding performance in governance.
And people around the world are appreciative and are proud of the President's ardent desire of building strong institutions. Africa lagging behind because we don't have strong institutions, and that came out clearly. And also emerging African leaders who, who departed from the norms of plundering resources, owning states. In fact, those were the words I used to the Adama Barrows, the John Kufos, the Macky Sall, and the others.
Sidi Njai, who renewed his dedication to serve the country, was accompanied to the presidency by the majority leader, Bilaji Tunkara, Khalifa Mmbai, Deputy Clerk for Legal and Procedural Matters, and family members. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliu Cisse.
Well, congratulations to Gambia's Deputy Speaker. Now, the Gambia's Vice President Mohamed B.S. Jallow held talks with Mohamed Harit Al-Tarauni, the international legal advisor to the Qatar charity, on Tuesday at the State House in Banjul. The engagement was centered on possible bilateral cooperation, particularly in disaster assistance. Afterwards, Al-Tarauni spoke to the media, and here's an excerpt.
Qatar Charity today is very happy to be in the Gambia. We are relaunching and reactivating our operations in West Africa, in particular in the Gambia. Today we discussed with the Vice President our methodologies and the way we work. We were very thrilled and excited to meet with His Excellency. He provided our support in our humanitarian operation. His expertise and advice on the areas of intervention was great to hear from His Excellency. He also opening doors for us at different government line ministries that will be our partners. And Qatar Charity in the next period will have definitely a role in the early prevention mechanisms of the floods, as well as in the education, health, food security and livelihoods, along with our local and international partners.
From that excerpt, let's take a look at SAFRA, a sub-regional organization which consists of members of the provincial towns in the ECOWAS region, recently held a forum in Basse in the Upper River region to discuss ways to foster regional integration. Alaji A.F. Jallo has the rest of that.
SAFRA is a French acronym meaning Week of Friendship and Fraternity, involving 6 ECOWAS member states. The respective provincial towns involved are Basse in URR, Tambacounda in Senegal, Gabu in Guinea-Bissau, Boké in Guinea-Conakry, Kai in Mali, and Salibabe in Mauritania. Among the issues discussed are food insecurity, cross-border issues, peace and stability, respect for and to strengthen ECOWAS protocol for the development of member countries. Francisco Mamamane, the president of SAFRA Coordinating Committee from Guinea-Bissau, explains.
SAFRA faida sanji bring 99 nyake Tambacounda make.
SAFRA is about friendship and fraternity within the member countries. Since 2019, we have not organized the event. I felt the need as the president to organize this coordinating meeting to discuss the way forward. Today, there is insecurity within the sub-region, and SAFRA as an organization has a part to play in mediation and peace building in troubled countries. 37 years since its inception, SAFRA has played a pivotal role in the maintenance of peace through its program of activities. That's why we felt the need to convey an urgent meeting to discuss the problems impeding our organization. Yai Awajan, the president of IF SAFRA, who is also a National Assembly member from Tambacounda in Senegal, said, SAFRA has a responsibility in implementing the ECOWAS protocols and the maintenance of peace within member states.
SAFRA dafa yàgg. SAFRA defe naa am na fanweeri at ak juróom-ñaar. Chaque at bu nekk dafay am dëkk buñ koy def.
SAFRA has been here for a long time, 37 years since its inception. Every year, one of the member countries hosts the convergence, and each country is represented by the provincial capital. Since 2019, the event could not be held due to outbreak of COVID-19 and political instability. Last year, we met in Gabu in Guinea-Bissau to discuss issues, but due to the unrest in Guinea-Conakry, it couldn't be held. This year, we are meeting in Basse to discuss the same matter after a fruitful engagement by all the member states. Representative from Boké in Guinea-Conakry made an appeal to be given the opportunity. We have now agreed to give Guinea-Conakry the opportunity to host this year SAFRA in December 2023. Boubacar Coulibaly, the chairman of the local organizing committee and representative of the Gambia from Basse, spoke about the importance of SAFRA.
It has helped us revive our culture. It has also helped us learn from other cultures. Because when you go, each country brings out your culture. The way you do things, the way you perform, the way you do. You can even see some of the videos that we were playing before. And some of these plays depicts a lot of African cultural heritage. So it helps to revive our culture. It helps the young people that we are going with to see how nice and beautiful culture is all about. Yeah, so SAFRA also helps that in that domain very well. Let's continue doing what we are doing. Maybe people who started SAFRA are not able to do what we are doing now. We also expect one day, generations to come will do things that we could not do.
In their final resolution, members agreed for Guinea-Bissau to be on standby in case Boké in Guinea-Conakry is unable to host the event in December 2023. Reporting for QTV News, I am Alaji A.F. Jallo.
The National Human Rights Commission conducted a regional sensitization for the technical advisory committees on the work and functions of the Commission for officials in URR and CRR. Alaji A.F. Jallo again.
TAC comprises of all heads of institutions within the region, headed by the regional governors. The Deputy Executive Director of National Human Rights Commission, Matilda Mendy, further explain the reason for the one-day sensitization.
We decided at the National Human Rights Commission that we would undertake a regional training for all of the technical advisory committees in the regions to just enhance their understanding on the work of the National Human Rights Commission, our mandates, our functions, and also on other human rights laws here, domestic laws in the Gambia, and also our international obligations, so that they understand how their duties and how their obligation is in the promotion and protection of human rights in the Gambia as duty bearers.
Ibrahim Kinte is the regional administrator of the National Human Rights Commission.
The need for us to come up with this activity emerged as a result of the decentralization activity that the National Human Rights Commission has embarked on since last year. That is to open regional offices to ensure that the services of the Commission are accessible and affordable. So as a result, we feel that in order to get to the communities, there are institutions that we can use. Those institutions can be relevant partners to us. That's why we call on the Technical Advisory Committee members, otherwise TAC, who are representing institutions in their various capacities, to work with us in this day activity in order to popularize the mandate, the functions, the powers, and then the vision and the mission of National Human Rights Commission as a state institution working for everybody in the Gambia.
The National Human Rights Commission was established by the NHRC Act 2017 with a mandate to promote and protect human rights. Reporting for QTV News, I am Alaji A.F. Jallo.
From that story by Alaji A.F. Jallo, we'll now go for a short commercial break, and when we come back, we have some local, international, as well as sports news. So don't go anywhere.
Inco Home Choice. Home Choice. Bagage bu baax mooy def liggéey bu baax te wóor te soo ko jëndee dina la yóbbu ci diir bu yàgg te du gaaw a yàqu. Inco Home Choice ñoo leen indil bépp xeetu bagage yi jumtuwaay yi ngeen mun a jëfandikoo ci seeni métier yi.
waaw ñun Inco fii leen di jëndee suñu bagage yi Inco lañ yombalee bagage yi dañ over baax quality bagage lañ lay jaay moo tax ñun liggéey bu ñoo def electrical plumbing boobu ji Inco fii leen lay ñëw brikam ñu jënd suñu bagage ñu bàyyi ko ba ci stand Serekunda fii leen lay ñëwee bagage dina bagage lu waral loolu Inco dañ yombalee bagage number 1 number 2 seen bagage yi dañ over baax dañ over quality
bagage yu si mel ni power tools accessories bench tools generator yu baax welding machines ak small construction equipments muy bagage yu baax yi ngeen mën a jëfandikoo bu ngeen ay samp ay kër.
Because Inco mo fene la bagage quality sa garantie bi la bagage nya sa nimi sa tije ni ta famo min na Inco ma soto janga man Gambia janga ma soto folo den nga ñoo ma koy akole na nya wonyandi be nga wuli nga na Inco nga bagage sa
seet si leen ñu si suñ maakaan yi nekk ci biir réew mi foofa sa Jinpex Kanifing Sukuta Jabang traffic light ak Birkama opposite Joko night club wala ngeen call ñu ci 532 5773 wala 341 7619 wala 739 8863 wala 303 9300 wala nga email ñu incogambia@gmail.com. ak Inco Home Choice jafe-jafe ci wàllu bagage yi ngeen di jëfandikoo ci seen métier yi jeex na. Inco Home Choice. Inco Home Choice.
To make sure your company's products and services reach your potential customers, it is essential that you choose the right channel for your marketing purposes. QTV has the widest reach locally and beyond, and we can give your business the visibility it needs. Call QTV Marketing on +220 324 4444 or email us at marketing@qtv.gm and take your business to the world.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV News, and I am Jenna Basonko. Now, the Rotary Club of Banjul on Tuesday handed over a newly built toilet facility to the Fajara Barak Nursery and Lower Basic School. Lola M. Camera attended, and this is her report.
The handing over was witnessed by the school authorities, past and current members of the Rotary Club of Banjul, soldiers, parents, and students. Research shows that good and clean toilet facilities are less likely to become infected by waterborne diseases. The newly built facility consists of 2 staff and 2 student toilets. The principal of the school, Seydou Barry, while expressing delight, thanked the donors for constructing toilets for more than 400 pupils to improve sanitation at the school.
We are also grateful to our generous donors and sponsors who recognize the importance of providing us with a safe, clean sanitation facility. Your kindness and generosity have made a lasting impact on our lives and will benefit countless students for years to come.
Both the current and past president of the Rotary Club of Banjul, Fabian N. Akeneme Nlucky, spoke on the importance of keeping and maintaining the facility.
From the school, from the head of school, is to please ensure that this facility is kept functional and very neat. Because one of the Rotary ideas is that anytime our district governor visits, he wants to go around to see some of the projects embarked upon by Rotary Club Banjul. And we'll be putting this as part of the projects that he will be visiting.
Hearing the instance of only 2 toilets for 400 students is very worrisome. And I'm sure there are so many ways we are going to intervene and partner with this organization. We are so glad with this project that is taking place and commissioning. But one very good thing I want to mention, as my immediate past president, Fabian Akaneme, has said, years down the line, we want to bring district governors, friends of Rotary, to this project as one of the projects that we have embarked upon. We want it to be highly taken care of.
Modu Lamin M. Kamara, former assistant governor of the Rotary Club of Banjul, says the donation is so dear to them, knowing the number of students and teachers it will benefit.
It is unacceptable for 400 children to use 2 toilets in a school facility. It's beyond imagination that some of those conditions still exist. When some of us in our homes, we use 5 toilets with only 4 or 5 children, or 4 or 5 family members. So we cannot sit and see some of these situations, in our own armed forces or our police force.
Lieutenant Colonel Abdullah Mani, commanding officer, Guards Battalion, Fajara Barracks, said the event signifies another important achievement between the Fajara Barracks and the Rotary Club of Banjul. Certificates were presented to executive members of the Rotary Club of Banjul by the school's management and the High Command of Fajara Barracks. Rotary is a global network of 1.4 million neighbors, friends and problem solvers who see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe.
So let's go together and hold one another, the happy we shall be.
For QTV News, Lolly M. Kamara.
Now thumbs up to Rotary Club Banjul. Now let's take a look at news beyond our borders. South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa stated in court papers on Tuesday that any attempt to arrest Russian President Vladimir Putin during his visit next month would amount to a declaration of war with Russia. Lena Ikwinyiba has the rest of that.
The statement came as South Africa prepares to host a summit for the BRICS countries, an acronym for Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa, to which Vladimir Putin is invited. The Democratic Alliance, DA, the country's largest opposition party, has taken the government to court in an effort to ensure Putin's arrest and subsequent handover to the International Criminal Court. In response, President Ramaphosa criticized the application as irresponsible and highlighted national security concerns. President Ramaphosa argued that South Africa is seeking an exemption on the International Criminal Court rules due to the potential threat arresting Putin poses to the security, peace and order of the state. He emphasized that engaging in war with Russia would be inconsistent with the country's constitution. The president also noted that South Africa, along with other African nations, is engaged in talks with Russia and Ukraine aimed at resolving the ongoing conflict, making the arrest of Putin counterproductive. According to the ICC treaty, a member country should consult the court when identifying issues that may hinder the execution of a request. Additionally, the country cannot proceed with requesting an arrest if it requires the state to violate diplomatic immunity rules. While South Africa has strong economic and trade ties with the United States and Europe, its trade with Russia is comparatively smaller. However, the historical relationship between South Africa and Russia dates back to the support provided by the Kremlin when Russia was part of the Soviet Union to the African National Congress Party during the apartheid era. Ramaphosa's affidavit was made public following a court ruling. Commenting on the affidavit during Nelson Mandela Day celebrations on the 18th of July, in the birthplace of the late leader, President Ramaphosa described the case as involving intricate diplomatic issues. In late breaking news, the South African President's office has issued a statement that Vladimir Putin will not attend the summit. Reporting for QTV News, I am Lena Igwenyiba.
From that story by Lena Igwenyiba, let's take a look at what is happening in the world of sports. Scouts from Italy and Turkey are in the country for a 5-day mission to assess talented Gambian footballers. Our sports reporter Momodu Gajaga was at the Banjul KG5 mini stadium on Wednesday, and he now reports.
Scouts are in the country to scout for young talents for the professional level. They are assessing them in competitive football matches between first and second division players and football academies in the Gambia. Sadibu Kamaso, a football enthusiast, is coordinating this scouting program for the 3rd time.
The whole idea behind this is to try and give young Gambian players the opportunity to showcase their talents and go abroad, because there's no need to have products that you cannot market. And what we're trying to do is to give both the academies and the first division teams the opportunity to be able to come and showcase the talent of their kids, so that these scouts and agents can take them outside. We had Fenerbahce, we had Regina, we had Frosinone, and this time we were able to bring the sporting director of Ankara Gucho, Emre Yildiz from Ankara Gucho, the sporting director of the first team. And he's here to scout for talents, and so far a good number of talents have been seen. So the idea is just to give these kids the opportunity to be able to showcase their talents and go abroad.
One of the scouts is a familiar name when it comes to Gambian players in Europe, especially in Italy. Luigi Sorrentino, the agent for Gambia international Musa Barrow, who plays his club football for Bologna in the Italian Serie A, acknowledges the talents in Gambian players and their incredible speed.
I like too much the players of Gambia, so always I come here. For me, Gambia is African future nation, big national team. We are working for this, to give a big national team to Gambia. I think he is inside of the Gambian players, and when you are here, sometimes you don't feel that they are fast. Well, but when I bring them outside, they look more fast than here, because here they are all fast. So you don't feel the difference. You know? It's incredible for me.
So you think it's possible to have more Musa Barrows again in Gambia?
Not more Musa Barrow, but more brilliant player like Musa Barrow.
Turkish top division club MKE Ankara Gucu's sporting director Emre Yildiz is also among the scouting officials in the Gambia. Gambia international Ali Sow plays for MKE Ankara Gucu in Turkey. Speaking through a translator, Emre Yildiz says he's impressed with the pool of talented footballers he has seen so far.
İşin açıkçası beklentilerimin üstünde de oldu. Onun için çok mutluyum. Bizim için çok değişik bir deneyim oldu. Buradan muhakkak Türkiye'de oyuncu götüreceğimizi düşünüyorum.
The capacity, the potential of the player is more than his expectation. So surely 100% we will make some transfer to Turkey, to our club. Maybe right now, maybe in the future, but in any case, your country has got great potential.
A few players were offered contracts at Fenerbahce last year after a similar scouting mission in the country. As yet, none of them have broken through to the first team. A few more are expected to get deals in Italy and Turkey at the conclusion of this scouting mission, and the announcement is expected in a few days. Umudu Gajaga, QTV News.
Good luck to our young boys. Now, before we end this news bulletin, let's recap our main headlines. After receiving the 2022 African Lawmaker of the Year award in governance in London, the Deputy Speaker of the Gambia's National Assembly, Sidi SK Njai, on Tuesday met President Adama Barrow at State House. The Gambia's Vice President Mohamed B.S. Jallow held talks with Mohamed Hared Al-Taroni, the international legal advisor to the Qatar charity, on Tuesday at the State House. SAFRA, a sub-regional organization which consists of members of the provincial towns in the ECOWAS region, recently held a forum in URR to discuss ways to foster regional integration. And in international news, South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa stated in court papers on Tuesday that any attempt to arrest Russian President Vladimir Putin during his visit next month would amount to a declaration of war with Russia. In sports news, football scouts from Italy and Turkey are in the Gambia for a 5-day mission to assess talented Gambian footballers. Well, that is all we have for you in this edition of QTV News. Join us at 10 p.m. for another bulletin. Stay tuned for some interesting show on Youth Dialogue. Thanks for watching.